Hi Tree Frogs! I hope you're having a good Friday. It's Friday today, so I hope you have a good day. Now I really miss you guys, even though I just saw you Tuesday, and it was really fun seeing all of our faces. And today I have an activity again. So this activity you can do at home too. You can do it at home with mommy or daddy, or you can do it by yourself. It's really easy to do. And all you need is, like, I have a box and it just has water, and then it can be a fun activity too. Just go around your house and look for small things, and what you're gonna try and do is you're gonna try and see if the object that you find, if it sinks or if it floats. If it sinks, that means that it goes, if I put it on the water, it goes all the way to the bottom of the box. If it floats, that means that it stays on top of the water. So I brought a couple of things that we can try and test out. It's not a lot. I have a rock, and I have a button. I have a little ball, and I have a truck. Whoa. And I have another car. It's even smaller. And this is a bookmark. You put this on your book, but it's a tree frog. See? And then you put this on a piece of paper and it just looks like it's hanging on the paper. And I have another frog. Okay, friends, so now we're gonna try and see, and you're gonna try and guess if it's gonna sink or float. Let's see. Now let me try and move the camera so you can see it better. Okay, friends, now let's try the ball first. Well, we have two balls. Do you think they're going to sink, as in go all the way to the bottom, or if they're gonna stay on top? All right, well, let's see. They float. You see, they didn't go under the water. They stayed on top. All right, how about we try the car? Do you think it's going to sink, go all the way to the bottom, or if it's gonna float? Let's see. It floats. You see, it didn't go to the bottom, it stayed on top. All right, how about we try this rock? Do you think this rock's gonna float or sink? Let's see. That one, it sinked. You see? Now let's try, why don't we try this truck? This truck looks a little bit bigger. Let's see if it's going to sink or float. It sinks. Let's turn it around. See, this one's maybe a little bit smaller, that's why it floats. But the other truck, it sinks. How about we try this froggy? You think it's going to sink or float? Let's try. It floats. What about this other tree frog? Do you think this one's gonna sink or float? It sinks. Now, do you know what these things have in common and what these things have in common? These have air in them, and these balls have air in them, so it helps them float. Just like this car, it's all closed, so there's air inside. But these are a little bit heavier, and they're not full of air. They have other things in them. Well, why don't we try this button? Do you think it's going to sink or float? Let's see. You see, the button has no air inside of it, so it sank all the way to the bottom. Look, we have a smaller button And let's see if it sinks or floats. It sinks because it doesn't have any air inside of it, so it doesn't let it stay up. Now I have 3 more friends with us. There are 3 more tree frogs. I have a lot of tree frogs in my house. Well, let's try and see if they float or sink. You're gonna float or sink? They sink. You see? So maybe in your house you can look for things around your house, just like little toys you have, or cars and trucks, or buttons, or pencils. You can try anything and then just fill it up with water, and you have to try and guess if they sink or float. This is very silly. This is throw water in it. Look, you can spit water out. How silly. Okay, friends, well, I hope you like this activity. It's really simple to do, and I hope you can do it with your family or your mommy or your daddy. It's super fun. Okay, my tree frogs, well, I hope you liked this activity. It was really fun for me. And I will see you next week. Have a good Friday. Bye, tree frogs.